Today I'm gonna give you a full tour of my primary wedding setup. And let's get right into it. Everything starts with my custom DJ booth. This was actually custom built by Timber Grooves. Nick at Timber Grooves, are up in North Jersey. Basically, he hit me up, said, hey, I'd love to build you a booth. And all I told him was how high I wanted it and what color. And he did the rest. I think he did a nice job. Inside the booth, I have two Pioneer Cross 12s with a Pioneer S11 mixer, obviously a MacBook running everything. I do the 14-inch, not the 16-inch, okay? All you 16-inch, you're DJing with a TV. Why? Why? The thing is this big, it's bigger than your whole setup. Cool thing about this booth as well is he put two drawers in here. Each drawer holds up to 50 pounds. So this one I usually use for paperwork, and my headphones here. By the way, these are wireless headphones, AI, TMA2 wireless headphones. I did do a video on these. You can check it out right here. Basically, it connects right to this receiver, and it's nice and easy. So we're wireless, 2026 people. And then on this side, this is where I have my secret phone charger. I say it's secret because if any of the guests know about it, I get hit up every 5 seconds. They ask me for a phone charger unless they're desperate, unless they look me into my soul and they're like, yo, I need this, man. Like, I need this charger or else all hell's gonna break loose. I usually lie and say, no, I don't have one. So don't tell nobody, okay? But yeah, that's my secret charger in this drawer. Behind the booth, to cover all the brains of the operation, is my Facade. This Facade is made by DJ Frontboards. They're out of Long Island. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think they have a Facebook page and that's about it. They're very low key and, you know, they're not really set up to make a bunch of them, but if you hit them up, you find them, tell them I sent you, and maybe they'll make you one, but they're kind of hard to get. The Facade market isn't easy now, people. For speakers, I use RCF. I have RCF 8004 subs down here and 945 Art tops up here. They knock. Classic setup, love it, love it, love it. Now back here behind the scenes is my 16 space rack. Pretty much have a setup like this. So you got the drawer on the bottom, custom foam. I'll link it below where you can get these made, but this is a custom foam I made. Enough hide my batteries, and then my two mics right here. My power conditioner, very, very important. Furman PL Pro DMC. I'm gonna link everything in case you're wondering, but major key, tells you what level your power is, everything, and you have full clean power to all your stuff, so I think that's very important. I'm running everything through an Allen & Heath CQ12T mixer. Had the touch mixed for years, recently came to this. I'll do a video on it eventually. I do like it a lot. I think it's great, a lot of cool stuff with that. So everything runs through here, and then I have the brand new SLX 4D Plus receiver microphones here. So basically I'm running them with the Nexadyne. What are these? The NXN8C tops. I did a whole video on this too. I'll link it above, but these things, I don't want to get flagged on YouTube, but they don't mess around. These things are legit, okay? So this is basically dual mics on one receiver here. An amazing, amazing mic setup. I couldn't tell you enough times how good this mic is. Like, I'm literally putting this mic in every setup I have. And then I have my trap drawer right here. And this is where I keep just various goodies, you know what I mean? Also, like if I get tipped at a wedding, the tip always goes in the trap drawer, you know? Keeps everything nice and safe. Keys, that sort of thing. Every setup needs a trap drawer, people. Every setup. A little tough to see, but in my 16 space rack, I have a custom patch bay here as well. So like the videographer can plug in right here. My main plugs go in here. I can run a monitor out. Just makes everything nice and neat and easy. Not really DJ gear, but I also always bring a Yeti cooler with me as well. And that's where I keep all my waters so we can stay hydrated during the gig. Every once in a while, the venue sees me walking with a cooler and they're like, is there beer in there? I'm like, no, it's water. They check it and that's it, but it's not often. And then as a standard with my setup, I always bring lights, and my lights are all Ape Labs. So I have 6 of the Ape Lab Pixel tubes. They're amazing. I have them in different heights. So I have this on the lower height, this mid, and then the 2 high in the back. I also always use 2 of the Marvels here. I think they're very, very cool. They're actually, again, I did videos on all these, but they actually are individually mapped, so you can actually do all kinds of different patterns on this. So that's just a standard setup. I like to have some lighting. It makes everything look nice, but the Marvels and the tubes are powerful enough to wash out the dance floor as well. So if you're at a wedding that doesn't have any lights, or they didn't buy up lights from you, or they didn't buy spots from you, at the very least, I have this stuff, and everything's gonna look great, and we're still gonna have some dance floor lighting. So when I say it's time to dance, I can change something in the lights, you know, and it seems like something changed. You know, you wanna change something. If you don't change something, then people are just like, no, I'm not gonna dance. But you change the environment, maybe they'll dance. I don't know, you tell me what you do. and I run all the lights through the Ape Labs Connect box, and then I control them with the app right here on this little iPad mini. Makes it nice and easy. I do bring a wolf mix out. Now, if I have spotlights or, you know, certain setups, I'll bring a wolf mix so it's like more robust. But just for lights that are included in my setup, you can't beat the simplicity of Ape Labs. It's insane. So basically have it all set up here, nice and neat, and at any moment, I could do something cool. And one big part of every wedding setup is this. This is my massive Manfrotto stand where I put my little Action 5 camera, it's a little DJI camera, and this is what I use to record all of my live sets. If you're not aware, if you become a member on this channel, I'm recording every single live set I do this year. There's tons already up there, and I'm posting it live, uncut. The good, the bad, the ugly. You can see me do a complete gig front to back. There's tons up already. This one's obviously gonna go up. But what I love about this stand in particular, right? I run it with a battery. So basically no battery internal here. And then I basically got this battery off of Amazon and I plug it into here. So I'm able to get like 8 hours of battery life with this so I can record any set. But on top of that, it's not gonna overheat because there's not a battery internal with this. So I can still record in 4K, nonstop, don't have to worry about overheating or the battery dying. And then this Manfrotto stand literally goes up to the gods. It'll go up to, I think, 10 or so feet. So I can get bird's eye view, you know, bird's eye view. And also I have the settings set, another tip with that, if you're gonna record your sets, I have the settings set where all the screens turn off, everything, you don't even know it's on. Cause like nobody likes being recorded. So I try and be low key. I don't hide it from the couple. They say yes or no on the planning sheet, but still wanna be low key. You know, you see a big fat red recording light or a screen on, you might act different, that's all. And there's one more thing, the most important part about my entire setup, okay? Are you ready? There's one more thing, it's right here.